Dear housewife, thank you so much for stopping by. And this video I'm specially making after doing a lot of research on how you and I both actually can end up growing mushrooms in our free time. And basically suggesting you, I'm first going to do it myself and then eventually going to give you practical experience as well. Right now I have done a lot of paper-based research, as well as gone to the Mushroom Institute, which supplies mushrooms out here in Delhi and NCR. When I say mushrooms, I mean mushroom spawns. So mushroom के बीज कह लो, mushroom के spawns कह लो. Mushroom, they don't call it mushroom seeds, they are called mushroom spawns. So the agenda here is very simple, is to tell you how you can end up making about 20 to 30,000 per month if you're a housewife, because you need to have some amount of time to give to your mushroom farming. And if you already have, let's say, an apartment and you're probably and there is at least one room, because that'll make sense if you start off with one room. Let me just keep this aside. I'm sure you would have had some idea of how people are growing mushroom, and see, there are ladies as well. So if you see, there are ladies who are entrepreneurs as far as growing mushroom is concerned. So this is how people are growing mushroom. I'm just giving you a glimpse of it. So let me keep this aside for now. I've just kept this plant as a representational background while I talk. This is the ajwain plant I had bought for, I think, 10 rupees or 20. I don't remember, as good as free. So in case you want to have a look at details related to this one, probably you can go into the list of videos that I have and you'll be able to find the video on this one. Very cheap, you can, as good as free basically from where I bought it. And in case you want one, do type in the comment section and I'll just share the location with you. If you're in Delhi and NCR, then you should buy, because the place where I went to, they sell these plants just for 10 rupees. These and other kinds as well, not just this one, but I bought purple chilies and I bought green chilies. So 10, 20, 30 rupees, that's the maximum cost they go up to. So if you have the skill to bargain, then probably you should. So anyway, let's get down to the mushroom farming business. Basically what happens is, mushroom spawns that you get in the market are not very expensive. So you get a 1 liter or 1 kg mushroom spawn bag, and that generates 20 kilos of mushrooms. Now you're going to ask me, how are you going to put them in a plastic bag? There are other things also involved. So if somehow you're able to get in touch with the people who directly make these, let's say you will need wheat straw or straw. अब मुझे हिंदी का शब्द नहीं पता उसके बारे में, but if I have to show you, let me just show you. There are suppliers on IndiaMart as well. I had looked into that. So the wheat straw basically looks something like this. Have a look. So you need wheat straw, you'll need cocoa peat, and you'll need antifungal, natural, some sort of a natural antifungal thing. So if I'm able to do something different and if I don't require antifungal, then I'll share that with you as well. So the point here is very simple, that if you have free time, because mushroom farming just requires about 1 to 2 hours of your attention every day. I'm sure if you're a housewife, you surely have at least 1 to 2 hours in a day. That's all you need to give. You have to ensure that wherever you are growing mushrooms, in whichever room you're growing, you're keeping it super clean, and there's a bit of ventilation, but not too much of ventilation. So you have to ensure there's a bit of ventilation. So there has to be a small window attached to the room where you're growing. So what I'm going to do now is, probably in a day or two, I'm going to buy the spawns. I'm myself going to experiment, and obviously I'll share the experiment with you in a very stepwise manner. This institute, which is in West Delhi out here in Delhi, so they give training of 3 days. I think it's for 4,000 to 6,000 rupees, whatever the cost is. It's a government institute anyway. So that's where you can buy your spawns from there for just 80 rupees from there, 80 rupees a kilo. And if you buy the whole kit, which includes plastic bags and the wheat straw, maybe even coco peats. I'll have to buy that, so let me go and buy it, and then I'll be able to tell you what you get in 150 rupees. That includes the cost of spawns as well, so it's 80 rupees for spawn, 70 rupees for the kit. So what I'm trying to do, or rather thinking basically, because straw becomes useless after a point in time, so I'm actually thinking about boiling it up and using it again and again for production, so that my cost of producing my mushrooms goes down. So if I'm able to achieve something like this, I'll definitely share it with you guys, with you ladies, with you housewives, so that over a period of time you too are able to save on the cost of the side, the side cost involved around growing the mushroom. The spawns are so cheap anyway, because you're getting it for 80 to 100 rupees in the market. That basically means you are generating 20 kilos of mushroom for just 80 to 100 rupees. I think the main cost involved here is the plastic bags, the straw, antifungal, as well as the coco peat. So yes, I will try to minimize the cost as much as I can while I try to experiment growing mushrooms on my own, and in a very stepwise manner I'll try to explain it to you how you can do that as well. But from whatever research I have done, so if you grow, like let's say per bag there is a profit of 70 to 80 rupees. So if you're able to grow, let's say about 100 bags in a single room, so you are able to generate profit of 7,000 rupees. You have to do it every week, 100 bags, or let's say 50 bags every week, so that by the end of 30 days you harvest the first bag, and then after by the end of the 4th week you harvest the first bag, by the end of the 5th week you harvest the second bag, and so on and so forth. So that is how you will be able to generate monthly income. You will get weekly income, of course, but you'll have to do it in such a cyclical manner that you get the returns monthly. So by the end of the month, of the second month, you'll be able to know what kind of profits you'll have, and I think you will end up making 20 to 30,000 rupees, and depending on the kind of investment you'll do. For making 20 to 30,000 rupees, you'll have to invest at least about 3 to 5,000 rupees in this business. I'm sure that's not a big deal for you. And as I said, I'm going to share my experiences with you, which are going to start only in about next 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to buy mushroom spawns and every other things that are connected to it, so that I can grow them into mushrooms eventually and sell them off as well. So I'm going to do one thing which I think I'll suggest you as well, sir. So when you're growing mushroom, first of all, try to grow them for your own self. I'll give you some sort of an experience. Do it for about a month or so. Grow them for yourself or your family, and then eventually transition into growing on a slightly larger scale, right? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. God bless you, take care, and keep smiling.